Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another Arknights Endfield video. So for this video, I'm gonna be taking a look at someone's review of the game, someone who completed the game 100% already, and I'll also be giving my own opinions as a relatively casual player for this game. Like I played the game like quite a lot, but I'm still more or less a casual. So I've been following Levitain around just really quick because I just finished her companion story yesterday, and it's amazing, bro. I love this character. I'm not pulling for Yvonne. I'm not pulling for Gilberta. I have Levitain. I'm gonna save for the next patch, honestly. Anyway, so let's go straight into this person's review. Okay, so let me pop that up right here. I'm gonna let Levitain go back to work. Okay, here it is. Okay, guys. So this guy posted this on Reddit. He goes by the name of Mord with a bunch of D's. So he completed the entire game. Okay, 100% everything, and these are his final thoughts. Okay, just a quick note before we go into this. Okay, guys. So this will be his opinion, and I will also be giving my take on the game, literally everything on the game that he talks about and more. But I want you guys to know that as a casual gamer for like years, many years, okay, I'm a very easy person to please. Okay, so just I want you guys to keep that in mind. If the game is fun and I want to keep playing it more and more, that's like more than enough for me to give the game at least like a 9, maybe 10 out of 10. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy. So he finished 12 for the Valley region development. That's crazy. Finished all the quests, bro. My quest list is absolutely massive still. All these achievements, holy crap. And I don't even know what this is. But yeah, okay. Let's take a look at what his actual review says. Okay, so I'll read this for you guys. Well, except for intel gathering a few tutorials, I really don't feel like finishing now. So probably missed out 800 premium currency. Okay, totally fine. All gotcha pulls here come from free resources except the 10 limited pulls, which were redeemed in the store. So you are getting about 175 pulls from all free resources, which I know has already calculated before. Got it. So the game is absolutely amazing for me. I love these games and JRPG, and Arknights was my favorite gacha game for a few years. This game really hits the spot for me. Okay, so let's stop right there. So I agree 100% with this. Okay, the game itself, like I find myself wanting to play this game nonstop. Okay, I used to open up Ethereal Restart as the first game when I wake up, but now it's literally Arknights, bro. Like this game is so good. Well, Arknights Endfield. Okay, I genuinely love this game. I just want to keep playing it like nonstop. Even though at my point, I finished the story and pretty much both my bases or all my bases, they're pretty much optimized now. Making a bunch of batteries, a bunch of the buck A healing stuff, and I can just sell that stuff and just do dailies now. So I'm chilling, okay? But this game, I love it. I'm still making zip lines to go from certain places to places. You guys know the Uber Eats and all that stuff. But yeah, me too. This game's absolutely amazing. Combat, story, graphics, literally everything. Amazing. Okay. I really appreciate this game trying to do things differently in many areas. For example, removing the randomized 6 gear set from the Hoyo model is critical for me. Gotta hate random stats and gotcha gear. It's the most miserable feeling to grind for 2 weeks and see no improvement. I agree. So I really like this, right? And the equipment to make in the game, the gear is honestly really easy. Okay, really easy to make once you get it set up, and you can just pretty much craft any gear you want in the game given that you find the gold blueprints and stuff like that. But I'm seeing very easy improvement for the game, especially now that I'm in the end game, the late game. That being said, the game has noticeable flaws that will need to be addressed. My opinions aren't that different from the rest of the players. My main issues are the story and the early game. Levitain's story shows some signs of improvement, and Wuling is a bit better overall, but it's still pretty meh. I think they focus too much on building the world view right now, which is reasonable, but the plots are non existent. They are all things bad, therefore I help without much substance. Okay, so like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, I'm a very easy person to please, and I'm not really a critic when it comes to story and stuff like that. The story for me personally, especially Levitain's story, I just finished that last night. Absolutely amazing. She's my favorite character in the game right now. Absolutely, the like number one wife right now for sure, guys. Um, but when I was playing through the story, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I enjoyed it. It was funny. Chen is cute. Tang Tang is funny. All that stuff. I genuinely enjoyed the story. This is true though, where he says things bad, therefore I help. I guess maybe they're doing it in a way where since MC lost their memories, they're trying to build the world view for us as the player as well before we get to the real plot, right? Because we don't know exactly what's going on, right? So, like minor spoiler warnings right now, but you guys know Neferis. She's like trying to nuke everything pretty much, right? But we don't know exactly why she's nuking everything. And then there are also some questions that arise like why is Neferis talking to MC like they know each other? Why is Ardashir talking to MC like they know each other as well? You know what I mean? Like those are the bad guys. Like how do we know them before we lost our memories, right? So those are a couple questions, but more or less, guys, I think the story is really good in my own honest opinion. I would say the story is it's literally just the first patch, so we have to give credit where credit is due, right? It's just the first patch. Comparing to Wuwa, which I think is the best gacha game out right now by far. Wuwa's story in the first patch was terrible, right? It was actually pretty plain, okay? And I love Wuthering Waves, but look at where they are now, you know? So I don't really think Arknights Endfield will have any problems with that. I'm sure the devs have a plan for the story, right? They're building this story right now on purpose to maybe reveal the actual plot later on, right? Because it could be crazy. Because MC, if you guys played the story, MC is kind of crazy. Like before we lost our memories, MC was like um essentially Jesus, right? Essentially Jesus in this game, where they have like all the originium cancer essentially, and MC is the only one that can heal you. Literally the only one that can heal you. So I'm very excited for the story in the next patch. Let's talk about this next paragraph. The early game needs a whole rework on pacing. The constant back and forth between different mechanics and tutorials makes the game seem more complicated than it is. The first 20 to 30 hours of the game are dreadful to play. If I ever lose my account and need to start from scratch, I will drop this game forever. Okay, so this I actually agree with. Okay, so I was telling a lot of my viewers as well as people like commenting on my YouTube videos and stuff like that that I agree. In the beginning, it is a little tough to get into the hang of the game, okay? Especially for the factory. The normal combat gameplay, no problem. Leveling up characters, gear, that's very straightforward. But the factory itself was very, very tough because I did not understand the basics of the factory, right? You need to play the game, I think around level 20 to 30 is when you start understanding, okay, the factory, I need to put this in here, this does that and all that stuff. Once you get the hang of it, the game becomes very easy, right? Because I've automated my all my bases already. I'm just chilling now, running around doing whatever I want, right? But definitely that initial hurdle is very, very difficult to get over, and I think a lot of players stop playing. Literally, I have some viewers who played as soon as I got to the factory stuff, they're like, nope, I'm out, you know? So if they're able to streamline that, make it a little more easy, which I think they already did, right? So I'll show this right now once I finish talking about this. But if they can somehow make it a little easier just to get over that initial hurdle, um because after you get over that initial hurdle, the game is just smooth sailing, pretty much very smooth sailing. Once you learn how to import other people's blueprints, once you learn how to hook everything up together, once you know exactly what you need to do from playing the game for a couple days, you're totally fine. So one of the improvements that the devs did for this building factory stuff, let me switch over, is that one, they gave compensation for fixing stuff, right? If you guys didn't get that yet, I'm pretty sure you did, but just in case for you guys who didn't, check your mail. They gave 200 gems here and 500 gems here, so 700 gems. That's absolutely massive, and some stamina stuff as well. And if you didn't complete the survey, I think you should. Okay, so just a quick note, a side note, I haven't completed this one yet, but I will later today on stream. But if you take a look at this, guys, the devs are very, very fast. Okay, I want to give the devs the benefit of the doubt, and they are really showing that they listen. Okay, they already implemented so many fixes. The main fix that I want to talk about, because this isn't really a video about talking about the patch, is the simulation stuff. Okay, so the simulation, right? In order to get like some blueprints for these and understand it, you have to do a little bit, right? But you guys can see I'm at the end game already. I've only done 5, and I'm glad I didn't like waste time going through the rest of these because I understand how it works now, okay? But they added in the recent update, they added this, look, content mastered complete sim. So essentially before we didn't have this button, but now you can click this button, boom, you instantly get all the rewards. Okay, so you don't have to go through each of these. I know it's very, very tedious once you understand how the general mechanics of the factory system work, but more or less, look, I just grabbed that, no problem. This is huge quality of life, huge from the devs already. The game's only been out like 8, 9. I think today's day 10 actually because I got Ardelia's weapon from the login, right? But look, instantly just grab all these gems for free, you know? Absolutely for free. Huge W devs, okay? The devs are doing fantastic. I'll grab the rest of those later, but back to the matter at hand. So yeah, the initial hurdle, if the devs can make that a little better for players or make it like extremely better, right? Like really get the players into the factory as easily as possible, and the rest of the game, like I said, is smooth sailing. I know the economy is another big thing, but here is how I see it. It's different, so it feels bad, but it is better than most open world gacha out there. Weapons are very accessible, and signs aren't always, oh, SIGs, I think he means signature weapons, aren't always mandatory. Potentials aren't important either. Overall income seems a bit low, but I will wait until our first batch of events before drawing a conclusion. Overall, this is one of the best F2P games in my opinion. Can't wait for future updates. Okay, so this is exactly true. Okay, so I've talked about this on my stream multiple times. I think that the pull currency relative to other games is actually pretty low, right? You do have to play a lot more of the game to get rewarded, whereas some other games you might just get a bunch of summons for free, right? They did give out an extra 10 summons and stuff like that. But in my honest opinion, since this game just launched for a week and a half, I think they could have been a little more, just a teeny bit more generous with the summons, okay? Maybe not change the number of crystals you get for doing the story or side quests or factory stuff, things like that. But maybe just throw an extra 20 pulls. I think throw an extra 20 pulls, like day 1, throw 10 pulls in there. Day 3, throw another 10 pulls. And then day 5 or day 7, throw in another 10, you know? Just a little extra generosity would have, I think, been a little bit better for the general player base. Okay, but I agree with this poster when he says that it is totally fine that the gacha system is different. Okay, take your time, play the game, enjoy the game. There is plenty of summons to get at least one character for this first banner. And I also agree with him when he says that we should wait until the first batch of events before drawing a conclusion, right? Because I think Wuthering Waves does a fantastic job of this, where they have like 3 or 4 events each patch where you just click, run around, click some buttons, run around, take some pictures and stuff like that, and you get 10, 20 summons from those. Maybe I'm over exaggerating the numbers a little bit or overestimating numbers, but you guys get the point, right? The events should be, you should get rewarded just for playing the game, and you should be rewarded relatively well for the number of summons or pity required, whatever the crystal demand is for the game to summon each character, right? Because these are gacha games. What is really important is summoning the characters and then their weapons so that you can play them. And we just keep pulling more and more characters as the patches goes on, right? That's what really keeps the players coming back and playing. So overall, I agree with this 100% clear opinion, right? I think the game in the beginning could have done a little better, but don't forget other games like Wuthering Waves, Genshin, Hoyo, Honkai Star Rail, all that stuff. They were not as smooth and optimized on launch. Okay, so everything I think is absolutely fantastic for this game. And like I said, guys, I'm very easy to please. So I'm giving this game personally a 9 out of 10. Okay, 9 out of 10. I've been saying 10 out of 10 on stream, but once I read this guy's review, it makes a lot of sense, right? The initial hurdle is the toughest part. Okay, so let's go with this. So the initial game is a little bit tough for the factory and stuff like that. So I'll give that a 9 out of 10. But everything after the first 20, 30 hours, smooth sailing, 10 out of 10. Okay, so overall, I guess I'm giving this game 9.5 out of 10. Just get over that initial hurdle. I understand it's tough, guys, and everybody wants it very easy now, especially with all the other gacha games out there. But I definitely recommend anybody on the fence about playing this game, just give the game 3 or 4 days. Just play the game for 3 or 4 days, see how you like it. Like I said, even the first couple 20, 30 hours where the factory was tough, I still wanted to play this game. Okay, it's kind of like the honeymoon phase, but even now I'm still wanting to play this game, even though I've more or less finished the majority of the game. All right, and yeah, that's it for this video, guys. All right, before we go, I would just like to thank you guys for watching till the end of the video. So yeah, if you guys really like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe your thoughts down below. I'm also going to give away a monthly pass for Valentine's Day. Just for Valentine's Day, you know, if I can hit 1,750 subscribers by Valentine's Day, I will double that and give away 2 monthly passes. We just gave away some monthly passes for the release of Arknights, so the winners are very excited to get those monthly passes for any gacha game that you guys want. Okay, it doesn't have to be Arknights, does not have to be Wuthering Waves, any gacha game you want. And yeah, if I don't see you guys on stream, because I stream every single night, then I will just see you guys in the next video. Bye.